right, so getting to this one, all right, so we just shared everything, and this is what it looks like. You can check your link and open it in a separate window just to make sure that all your photos are here and all your edits are happy and everything is done. All right. So in this one, we did save it to our G drive. It is under Duncan Windows and Doors. It will be the creative edits I won't touch. The Lightroom edits are going to be the ones that I go through. So I'm just going to pick, let's see, 1, 2, 2 standing, 2 kneeling, and then we're going to get the owner's ones in here, make sure that he's well represented. So we might open up all like the owner and anything else there. Let's see. These are just to give it some creative looks and or any edits that I see fit along the way. Let's see. Okay. It'll be a bunch. All right, so then we can open them all at once. All right, over here, what we're going to work on is we're going to start by all the way back. This is the Nick collection. It's a free plugin. I'm not going to use it on these because we'll have plenty to work with. Okay, we want to go over to just the beginning photo. Okay. All right. So all right, guys. Now we got our photos open. We opened them as much as we could all at once. And what we're going to do is we're just going to show you some creative ways that we can either change the sky or anything else that we see fit. So. All right, so starting right away with this one, we can unlock the layer if you want. If you were going to edit and drop a logo on there, it'd be File, Place, Embed. I would drop it in the lower right to justify all my logos. This has significant branding. We don't have to worry about that. But if we wanted to do little moves on all these photos, like we're like, okay, all right, let's say if we want to do something like take a mole off. The remove tool is good. You can also use the spot healing tool, but sometimes the skin doesn't blend well. And so one of my favorite ways to remove stuff off skin to keep the integrity is the healing brush tool. And that is by holding Alt to select the pattern where you're moving and to stay in the same area you're working so you can maintain consistency there. But let's see what I would do with this one. You could try the spot healing brush tool for a few things. We could do some hairs. So we have it selected on content aware, normal. We could drag over this way. And as we notice, so far so good. And you just gotta be careful. You just want to hit those long ones. As you can see, sometimes it adds. You can make the brush smaller. And we can go like that. Right? Just the ones that are like major on this. That's pretty good. I will probably get rid of this guy right here too. All right, that lightened it up. All right, and we're on the normal mode. That's good. That's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is using the remove tool or this healing brush tool. Healing brush tool works like this. All right, if I want to remove this and I want it to be smooth, I'm going to select from here, Alt left click, and I am just going to paint over it. So you have to just be real precise with it. You can touch on it, but then just worry about your pressure marks because you have to keep it moving or you're going to get some of the same areas here. But you can effectively eliminate anything you want, and then you just have to just be mindful of the areas you're using, right? Because at first you might get some duplicates, but you can work around that. So I can go up here and I can just kind of brush those out, right? Stay in the area where there's like the same, like either skin tone or pattern, whatnot. So I'm going to back up some, but that one was just for spec here. And we'll go like this. By the time I zoom out, you will not even know. All right. All right. I'm pretty good with that. I'm pretty happy. All right. There we go. Okay. I could just continue and just decide like what else I want to work with. But so far so good. And if I wanted to do like a sky elimination with this thing or, you know, edit the sky, we can go select sky and select the sky. We can literally hit delete on this layer because we have it selected. Okay, we have to hit Control Z because we noticed we got some of our logo here. We hit this object selection and the object selection, quick selection tool, hit the minus, and go over that and it should disappear. Now we all have the sky selected. We could hit delete. Okay, great. Control D. I am just going to go get a photo of a sky somewhere and I'll be right back. All right, so let's go get a couple blue skies. Blue sky. All right. Okay. Okay, I went over to Envato. That's this right here. And I got a bunch of skies now. If I wanted to, here's what I grabbed to work with. All right, so we got this guy. We got a few, so we're good. All right, for this one, we're gonna go File, Place Embedded. This would be the same process with the logo. We'll try this one right here. Okay, we're gonna move this layer above it and select the bottom layer. Make sure we have that, and just see where we can all see this guy here. All right, if I wanted to, I could like match them in. I could edit this layer on its own, adjust the color. I think that's really good. I could right click and merge, and then once I edit it, will affect everything as a whole. All right, that'll be enough for this photo, and I will export it. So File, Export as a JPEG. These are going to be my Photoshop edits. And let's see, you can turn the quality all the way up if you want. That size is good. All right, G drive. All right. This will just be PS edits. These will be the ones that I know are like really good. All right. So the next ones we're going to get on some technical stuff here. All right. Where was this one? Where's that layer? Okay, it was this guy right here. All right, close it out. All right, his face is blurry, that's gone. All right, this one's really good. I love the color in this one. So with this one, we can go filter, camera raw filter, and we can get into this one a little bit more. So we can hit auto if we want and see what it does. Okay, it doesn't do good stacking. All right, we can go. And then we can manually adjust this one, right? So I might, for this one, kind of have some fun with it. And kind of brighten it up a little bit. I'm liking the way that's looking. We could also manipulate the color. We could go as shot, we could go auto, we could go custom. Turn on the temperature, give it colder or warmer vibe. I'm going to go back and just keep it like that. I could turn on this vibrance a little bit to wash it out. I could give it a little bit of effect, like this dehaze might punch it in real nice. And then I could come back up here and turn on the vibrance a little bit. Okay, so there's one. I could turn on the saturation a little bit. All right, let's see. What are some other cool looks for this guy here? Detail, sharpening. Let's see, noise. As you can see, that's going to make it softer. Then you can bring in some sharpening again. It kind of makes it look like a painting, though. I don't like it. We could do a little bit of noise reduction. That might be all right. Some color noise reduction and some sharpening. It's okay. I don't like any of it, so it's going to be zeros for me. Optics. Okay. Lens blur. You could add more lens blur to this. We're going to go ahead and just do that for this and make that background a little bit more blurred out. All right, so we're not going to go through and do every photo, but we are going to get in here. Yeah, this looks great. That looks really great. All right, blur amount. So now we're going to turn that down. 30 is okay. You could change what type of blur you want. And okay, there we go. I'm cool with that. And if you wanted to check the geometry, you could hit it again. Ooh, even better. I like that. So we're going to keep that. And you use AI. No. We don't have to use AI to remove stuff. Heal or clone, we're okay. Let's see if we should do. No. Just trying to think which way I want to go. All right, so right in here in camera raw filter, we can then add some additional looks to it. So I'm going to show you that in a second. So if I really like this the way it was, I could go File, Export, and this would be the way it is, right? And I would just save it, keep it native to the camera number. Now I'm going to go filter camera raw. I'm going to give them another option for this one. I'm going to go here, and then I could just hit up in these right here. This is going to be like enhancing the skin, and portrait's always going to make the skin smoother. It's going to be more for like the ladies, right? I'm going to hit Control Z. I don't want to do that one. Adaptive sky. I could turn this down over here. Drama, clouds, sunset, right? Subject, sky. Subject's going to give you some ideas here for just the subject pop, make them stand out. Warm pop, I like that warm pop right there. Okay, let's see what's going on, world. All right, but all right, we'll just go okay for that. We'll run you through some more of these. This will be just warm. I'm not going to do that for every photo. I'm really just going to do that for a handful of the guys. Get a couple. Let's see if that's warm. Warm pop WP or something. So I'm like, what was that? I'm trying to remember. All right, no. Now, you know, we did do a lot of these photos in select. I do want to find a photo where I would have to manually work on. So this one right here, if I worked on this one, there's, of course, we can always sharpen the edges. Jeez, enough. You can always sharpen the edges, right? Make your subjects pop more. That's like taking the sharpening tool right here, sharpen. You could do 33% up to like, you know, whatever you wanted. But that does make logos stand out more on clothing. It makes colors stand out, right? But the main problem I have with this one is the fact that the shadows on the eyes and the face, right? Can't really see them. So for that, we want to go to the dodge tool and make sure that the brush is going to be like the size of his face. There, that's a good one. All right. Make sure my layer is selected. All right, with this, we're going to go up here and hit shadows. So we could take off shadows, highlights, or midtones. This is at 30%. Let me make this more dramatic so you can see right away. Okay, that takes off highlights right there, right? And let's see. All right, so it lightens them up too, right? So midtones at 65 look good. So that means midtones through the face I could do shadows, eliminating shadows at a bigger move, right? I want to just stay in his face though, like that. And there we go. That'd be kind of good. And as we back out, this photo will be amazing now. Look at that. That's great. That's all I would do to this one. Let's see. I could turn down, if I wanted to, I could just turn down that blue, but I don't want to really have too many. So I'm just going to go look for the photos with people's faces, either in the shadows, stuff that I'd want to change up. I'm going to go look for the owner and just do a couple more funky photos for him. All right, dodge tool. We're back here again. We've got dodge tool, shadows. We're taking off, Control Z. I'm going to paint around his face. It's going to be a little harsh. And we're going to go more like 43%. Now, every time you do this twice, it stacks. So 40 plus 40 is 80, right? So that's if you double over anything. This looks really good. Now, maybe just give it a creative look, maybe a filter or something. So we can just come right down here because remember, we already did our Lightroom adjustments. So here we could go creative filter, right? Warm and moody. You just kind of like go through them. All right, cinematics kind of cool. We can open autumn. Autumn might have some cool looks to it. Okay. Lifestyle might have some cool looks. Travel, anything outside kind of cueing. Futuristic might be a little too much. Okay, glow, no. Sometimes these retro ones are nice. Portraits, group. We can use that on the portrait and see how that does. Not really. Let's see, light skin. Just remember, you're going to want them to be kind of similar. Okay, that's going to give it that look. I'll export it. All right. So I can hit export like this, and I'll show you a little trick here. So this can be whatever that filter was. I forgot what it was. But then I can hit Control Z or edit and undo. Kind of edit, redo, dodge tool. Okay. And then that will give him his other one with this correction on there plus the filter. That was a subtle filter. We'll just call that 1. Whatever. All right, cool. We'll get rid of that. No. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, filter and camera raw. We'll just give them a couple filter looks to it. All right, so we can go warm pop. It's all right. And then with that, we could also add like just the way it is, portraits of the group or portraits edgy by itself, since it's already edgy. All right, let's see, the season, it's autumn. I really like this TM1 filter in this. All right, cool. Cool. All right, and now if I want, I can take that dodge tool and I can open the shadows on the face. See the Control Z opens the shadows up a little bit more, and I could make that just a little bit smaller to kind of custom right there. But if I was like, man, this face is too red, I could go filter camera raw, and we could just open up this color curve here or this color color mixer, and we could find red, and we can go red for saturation, and we could turn it down a little bit. Okay, not too much. Way better than what it was. And if I wanted to alternatively just affect the area, I could draw a mask with this pin with the pen tool. I would select this, make a layer, export it as a copy, and like I would do something like this. Go over his face, right? Get as close as I can or want to, right? Okay. All right, all right. And then close it, right click, I would go make selection, I'd hit OK, and then I would go with that being made selection, we can go select and mask, making sure that's highlighted. Here's the secret, new layer right here, hit OK. Okay, here's the new layer we would want to affect only. We would then go filter, camera raw, and with this, what's really cool is you could turn your reds down even more, all the way to 0 if you wanted. But with this, I might just go, okay, let's see if we mess with those red sliders. Okay, that turns orange and green. Luminance, we could turn it down or turn it darker, as you see, right? That's kind of good. And that's it. And we're going to hit OK. And hopefully we didn't change the shape of the face too much. And there we go. There's without it, there's with it. Okay. I love it the way it is now. And we're going to go ahead and hit export. All right. And that's with that autumn fall filter on, so I should have remembered that. But if I wanted to give that to this guy and that was it, and maybe lighten up his face, camera raw filter, and we're going to come down here, we're going to hit this filter, and that fall filter, I think that was under autumn. We could do the warm pop on the subject, right? Make sure that happens. And then I think it was portrait. Where's one of the fall ones towards the top? Yeah, I think it was one of those fall ones. autumn. Yeah, it was this autumn one. Autumn TM1. Let's see what looks better for this autumn look. Yeah, the TM1. Okay. All right, that's cool. Now, dodge tool. And for this, we could see what midtones are affecting right there. Control Z. This midtones is pretty good. We can open that up once, and then we could do shadows as well right in there. Make sure we get just in the face. Double it. That'd be 80-90. It's still fine. Looks good. We can hit File and Export on this. Now, we did find the one filter that we might have to kind of maintain integrity, because some of the photos will look a little bit different, meaning like they're all going to more or less like look like this, or the ones we did in Lightroom. For the fall filter, if we want a good look on that, like this, we'll lighten his face up, right? We'll get him in there. And then right here, there's something we can remove. We can use this remove tool, and we can make this a lot bigger, and we could just run that and hide that. We could take that off, take that off, take that off, right? Take that off, take that off. Don't mess the logo up. Okay. So we can kind of straighten this up a little bit. Right? Get that bend out of there. Right? Right, looks great. Okay, now if I wanted to with this, I would go export 1. That's normal, but if it doesn't really matter, you're okay with it, we could just open that camera and just apply that filter. And that filter, we have the warm pop. All right, and there we go. Update AI settings. And then that's in autumn and TM1. But it doesn't really work against this. So we're just doing that warm pop. Leave it how it is. Skin color is good. We don't have to adjust anything like that. We could turn the reds down a little bit. And in this case, I guess we will. We can go with the saturation of the reds and see if we turn all the way to 0. Look at how much redness he had. And if we turn on the orange, he'll go white. Turn it up, he goes Oompa Loompa. Right? That's good. That's good color for him. All right, that's it. File export. All right. And we'll just save it. Close that. All right. We've already given him one. This is really good. He really had his face up here. All right, that's shadows. We could work a little bit on those midtones. That might brighten. It's too bright for me. All right, so for this, we could go remove tool. We really don't want to. All right, removing area. All right, go here. Oh. Now to make that go a lot quicker, we could just use the spot healing brush tool. It's doing the same thing right now. Could use AI too. I don't know how close I want to get to that. Then I would just export that, and if you wanted to, you could give it a different look. But that's pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with that. And let's see here. Oh, watch that letter. All right, that's pretty solid. I'm good with that. File export. And you don't want to put too much time on it, but you do want to give it enough to where everybody's kind of got like, you know, that different look. Ah, man. All right. Kind of taking care of that a little bit, cleaning that up. All right. Now this, it's still the same thing. It's still the same issues right here. We want to open up and we want to get the shadow out of here. That's good. Any more is going to start looking way unnatural, and I'm not going to like it. All right, so, all right. If I was you, I would just go through and do one with anybody that's brim is not really showing. I mean, we did kind of try to correct for that in Lightroom. This one's already really good. I would just give him a creative look here. So we're going to go camera raw filter. We're going to give him that warm pop, which we thought was cool. Warm pop. All right. And then we're going to see that autumn because this background is looking really good with that autumn. All right. Let's see here. TM1 is looking really nice. I don't want to get too crazy with it, you know. All right. All right, that's good. It's good. It's fair. It's fun. All right, and we could a little bit in the shadows, right? Not much. Open this face up a little bit. There we go. I'm good with this. I hit file export. As long as you give everybody, like one team member, like from their team, this look and a little bit of, you know, that shadow cancellation with that dodge tool, you'll be good. It's fine. Skip, clear skip, clear skip. Okay. He's good. There we go. And then we want to go filter, camera raw. And then we're just going to drop that other look because remember, we already gave them the other photos. So this will be delivered to them a little bit differently. This can be the warm pop. And let's see, we can close this. And close that, close that, close that. And there's our one right there. Because we're going to want to match it. So in case some of the team members like this photo and they use that, other members will be like, well, I got, and then they'll look at all the photos and be like, oh, I got two. Cool. So this way, like, it really just keeps editing down to an hour, hour and a half for like batch editing. I could literally call it done. These are all the creative edits anyways, so. All right. He's got two photos, it looks like. That's out of focus. Here we go. He's, oh my goodness. Sir, your eyes are closed. And we're going to have to crop this photo because, there we go. All right. I think for this one, we're going to give it a, we're just going to give it a little bit more, like, maybe just like dehaze or something. Or, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Perfect. Here we go. Now we're just going to see what that lightning, that shadow does right here. All right, there we go. And then we'll try midtones a little bit. Let's see what that does. It's a little too bright. You could always add back in. There's a burn tool here. Here we go, burn tool and midtones, like that. Burn tool and highlights. Makes them darker. You know, just so you guys know, there's another option there. All right, but we're gonna go back to this dodge tool. This is pretty good. And then let's see, skin's a little red, so I'm actually going to open up the camera raw filter and turn down the reds a little bit on him. So we're going to go make sure this red is just down a little bit. Yeah, that's way better. Subtle, but good. All right, so if I wanted to sharpen this up or make the image pop a little bit more, I go sharpen tool. I could turn this brush size up, hit these edges, logo, hat. Remember it stacks. Okay, sharpen this up right here, any right here. Like this is gonna be good. This will make the whole image kind of come out and pop. All right, catch that beard, eyes, nose. All right, a little bit, and there we go. All right, it's good. And let's see, now we'll just go, we'll give them 2 looks here, because then this will be done. We'll give them this one. This is regular. We'll just call this A. And then this one will have the, this next one will have the that filter we're using. And I could probably just create a preset, save it, but I mean it is still pretty quick to get here in 2 clicks. So it's just telling AI, we're recalibrating AI every time we hit that. All right, I'm going to come down here and hit that TM1. I'm going to hit OK. Boom. See? Great. All right, and this is TM1 and warm pop. So technically what I should be doing for all the creative ones is, right, warm pop or WP, and autumn, AUTUMN, TM1. Okay. At least as if it's somewhere in my edits, I'll be able to come back and look and refer to it like, oh, we love like this color scheme right here, you know. And that's what they'll get. You'll get that already. That's fine. This one's cool. We'll do this one. This will be, no, I don't like the hands. This is the open fingers thing. You gotta kind of sometimes tell your people, okay, here we go. Okay, this is looking good. All right, so dodge tool, and we'll work with that face. Oh, it's a little too bright there on the mid-tone. We got to switch back to shadows and open this up. Perfect.